Hey, this is the week of December the 1st, 2014. We're winding up the year. The first week of the new and final month of 2014 ends with a full moon at 14 degrees Gemini. It is always the case with a full moon. It sits in the sign that it's opposite the sun, which is now in Sagittarius, obviously. This month will slowly unfold to encompass a series of challenges and changes. As is always the case, time does continue to swirl like a helios through the cosmos, just like a corkscrew. What has gone before cannot return, and what is yet to come is unknown. Jupiter has been in direct for some time, bringing in intensity to much of the activity on the planet. As it has squared Saturn, we may all have felt this grand desire to move forward, to build, to start new things with the greatest of intentions, only to be thwarted and put on simmer, literally, as Saturn constricts our forward motion. This may be the necessary action so we don't rush headlong into practices and projects that don't ultimately serve us in the end. We may have spent days wondering how far we could get, only to be stuck in a quagmire of delays, discontinuity, and even disgust as reality rears its ugly and unseemly head to put us back in place. Those of us with strong fixity in our charts, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, may have felt frustrated by the promise of forward motion, only to be slowed down and forced to redo many steps, sort of doing it over and over again. The week begins with a burst of impulsivity and reconstruction as the moon conjoins Uranus, now moving into a direct square with Pluto. Impatience may be evident in our daily lives as this energy begins to ramp up. This may be especially true as we come to grips with the calendar and the encroaching panic of the oncoming year-end celebrations, which suddenly appear much shorter than we envisioned originally. It seems like it's very quick. The late holidays of November may have thrown us, as now we see our time marching much faster. This does amp things up, as Jupiter is always willing to augment, always amplifying. As a result, we may find that the hurry and rush may not be worth it. As we all see our resources depleted, we may decide that a different tact and spend less this year may be a better way to go. Worry less as we move into this time of the year. The powerful alignment may bring us to a point where we say enough. We sooner or later must realize that the sentiment of charity and generosity does not reside in the material world, but rather in the heart. If we act with true good intention, we may see the brightest of lights possibly radiating from our hearts as we come to terms with our limited means and express our gratitude and love in more meaningful acts of kindness. This is where life begins to shine for us all. It is from the heart that the light shines the brightest. Always is the case. So spend less and hug more. Listen each Friday morning to Turning of the Wheel on Awakening Zone Radio at 11 o'clock. Interesting guests, great topics, information you can use. And you can call me at 978-393-1036 to book a reading with me. Great gift, Christmas gift. Visit my website, chrisflisher.com or turningofthewheel.com. I have a new television show coming up. The radio show is coming to an end, so it's wise to follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. And I also have my radio shows are now being podcasts on iTunes. So I'm there. Try to find me and get a hold of what I'm saying and understand that astrology actually really, really works. And I'll talk to you all next week.